Hi, it's Grandma Moore. Welcome to my channel. So today is Wednesday. It's 10:53. I'm getting ready to dash now. And so I had a great night's sleep. I think all the stress from yesterday's activities just really let me sleep sound. It was a blessing to see everyone, and I don't know what today has in store for me. So come on, let's have a journey and see what happens. Oh, there was almost a wreck. Okay. So then for this week, my money is for gas, groceries, and Christmas. So I want to get that Christmas done as soon as possible because I didn't realize it until my grandson told us yesterday, there's only 14 days till Christmas. 15 days. I guess today is 14 days. So 14 shopping days. And I'm like, oh, I didn't really think about that. And I've only got two people done. My daughter in Russia, I just sent all that money and completed her Christmas yesterday. I was stressed out about having to figure out how to send money to Russia. I figured it out and it was super easy. And I thought it was going to be complicated, and it was not. So that's all done. And then that's daughter number one. Daughter number two is done, but her family's not done. So, and then daughter number three, I have this like thing I want to get her, and I don't know where to find it in my price range. So I might be going to Goodwill looking for that. And then daughter number four is out finding herself, and we don't know if we'll see her this Christmas. I haven't seen her for 6 months, and I haven't seen her baby for 6 months. So my heart's broken. But so I don't know what to do about her Christmas. And hopefully I'll hear from her. But if you want to see my first daughter, in my last video, episode 35 in the comments, I linked a video where she was interviewed on YouTube. If you want to check out my first daughter, it was pretty cool. I like close to the end. She talks about me, and I like that. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, do you mind hitting the subscribe button and help this channel out? It's free, it's easy, and I would greatly appreciate it. Well, I won't show the whole video, but the road's closed to get to this person. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I thought I could get through because it was just a little bit, but then I guess there's an additional problem. So I guess she saw that on the map. She texted me. She said, oh, I forgot to mention the road is closed. So I'm having to go a different way. Now remember, it's 750 for 7 miles. Plus now you have a detour, and who knows how many miles that is now. So, oh well. I'm only 6 minutes away. I was only like 3 minutes away a minute ago. Well, I got a little stuck in this subdivision because of the detour. I thought I could go a shortcut. It was closed too. So I'm still trying to dig out of this subdivision with all the detours. And of course, DoorDash goes to estimate at 1 to 4 minutes, and I'm barely outside the zone stuck. So I don't know if that's ever happened to you all, but uh, hopefully I can get in the zone and grab some of these lunch orders. Well, as soon as I hit the zone, I got an order for $6.75 going 3 miles. I'm taking it. That'll give me over $20. During my devotion today, there's a really good Bible verse that was kind of based on it. It's Romans 8:28. And we know that God causes all things to work together for the good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Like the Romans verse talks about, God makes things all work together. And with my emotional yesterday, visiting a friend that's fighting for her life, she can't talk. She still had good spirits. She would look at us and smile a certain way, her spunky way. And she has a trach in and with all the tubes, and but she's still trying and she's fighting hard and uh with all of her spunkiness and everything, and then seeing the end of life of another person. Both of these ladies were a very big part of my life at one point. Um, but so it was emotional, and so I started reflecting on my life. I have, from the beginning of, my humble beginnings, I have slept under a bridge. I've had places, no place to sleep and different things like that, and then get married, and we had a stable life for our children, and then as an adult, being able to be an international traveler and working all these different jobs and doing a lot of different things. I have been so blessed. And now, even though I might live in a camper, I have a piece of land that I really love and feel good about. And all these things have kind of led to each other, like feeling, I don't know, I feel like I've went through a complete circle. And I think all those past things, good and bad, have really led me to where I'm at now. And there's reasons, it's just interesting to see. I was thinking about this morning as I wasn't going to go to college. I was terrified to go to college. And this girl that had been in and out of my life, she calls me one day and she goes, "Oh, I started college. I'm making straight A's." And I'm like, well, if she could do it, I could do it. And I don't even talk to her ever anymore, but I'd put her there just at the right moment whenever I needed a job, I needed to go to the next step, and I didn't know I was stuck. And it's so interesting that out of the blue she calls me and tells me that, and I signed up the next day and I went to college and graduated in the whole 9 yards, and it changed my life. Uh it's just so weird how all these pieces kind of build on each other, and God does. He has that perfect plan for you, and you just have to be open and accepting. Sometimes I'm not open and accepting, so I'm working on that. That's where I am in my journey, is like trying to be like, okay, you put this on my heart, I'm gonna do this, and trying to listen, working on listening, being more quiet. So now, and I got a $7 order from Zaxby's for like 3 miles. So that's good. It says 1 to 3 minutes, but it took longer than 3 minutes to get this order. I do want to give Shauna Liz a shout out. She is just starting her DoorDash journey, and she does devotions, and I'll put a link to one of her videos in the comments. Definitely check her out. But she suggested that I can do maybe do a prayer request list on my community page. So I'm going to check that out. I don't know anything about it, so it'll definitely be a lesson learned. But the first person I want to put on my prayer request list, her name is Sheila, and she's the one I went and visited yesterday at the hospital. So if you can keep her in your prayers and her family in your prayers, I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any prayer requests you would like our group to pray for, please add it in the comments, or not sure if you can message me some way, and I'll start our list and add that to my daily prayers. But for every order I accept, it seems like there's an order I decline. So I feel like I'm in this big giant hamster wheel. Like, all right, I'm never going to get my acceptance rate up. It's 30% if I haven't said that earlier. So I accepted one, I decline one. I accept one, I decline one. And then I'm still at 30%. It's crazy. It's like, okay. So hoping I could get out of the wheel. It seemed like when I was in platinum, it wasn't like that. And I know that I can just go and not decline anything and become platinum, but a minute ago they sent me a $4 order for 7 items at the dollar store. It was only going 1 mile, and I debated it, but if you're going shopping for 7 items, I just feel like it should be more than that. But they did order something from the dollar store, so I don't know. And I don't like the dollar store anyway. So Here I sit. Well, this order's going where I was a minute ago. It says 7.5 miles, but it's just a highway. It's super easy. So I don't feel bad for taking it for $7. It sounded worse than it really is. So my first little block of scheduling was for just 2.5 hours. So I went 2.5 hours. I did 5 deliveries for $34.75. I've gone 44 miles. But it feels like I've been out here for 5 hours, I guess, because it's going so slow. So my next schedule is 2 to 7, and it's 1:32 now. So not too much longer I could get on that. All right, I'm going to be of interest because I have 30 minutes before I can sign up on DoorDash. As soon as I ended that talking to you guys on video, Uber popped up with a $35 order at Walmart. Not going very far. I don't do Walmart, but I'm not doing anything else right this minute, so I thought I would try it for $35. Last time they sent me a $35 order, it never happened. So I don't expect anything out of it, but if it happens, then heck, that'll be a good order. But I'm not counting on it. There are a few cars waiting. It is 1:38. So hopefully this won't take long, and if it does, we're moving on. Well, it's 1:56. Sure enough, that order was too good to be true, which we already assumed, but I already changed my DoorDash order, or DoorDash schedule. So an hour of who knows what. I said I didn't expect much, and I won't get any pay on it. And I sit here almost a half hour, but it's just a lesson learned. I'm not mad about it because I already knew by taking this that it most likely was not a good order. But I was just waiting for my DoorDash shift to start. It's not busy at all on DoorDash. So I figured, well, it was on my way to where I needed to go to buy one of my Christmas presents I wanted to get. And, it was a risk I was willing to take just in case it worked out. And I already knew Walmart orders were super bad. So that one was on me. And, I said lesson learned a second ago, but I already had that lesson. But I still try it. So I don't know that it was learned because I keep doing, what do they call it? It's stupidity if you keep doing the same thing expecting a different result, right? Well, I sure got lucky. It's 2:03 and DoorDash is busy, so I'm good until 7 tonight. So maybe I've only made $34.57 so far since 10:53 this morning. All right, I went and accepted this dollar store order for $6.25. It's only going 3 miles, 2 items, orange juice and some cold medicine. I know a lot of people are sick right now. I have grandbabies home sick from school and everything. All right, I delivered that dollar store order. Had to scan his ID because it was cold medicine. Really nice young man. Then I got a $7.20 order for 4 items at Aldi's. So maybe DoorDash is picking up. It's not great orders, nothing to write home about, but good enough to keep me busy and working towards my goals and not a lot of miles. I talk a lot about goals. When I first started doing DoorDash, it took me forever just to make $100. I did not do so good, but I had a lot of skills I needed to work on. So sometimes my goal wasn't about how much money I made, but can I get through the day without having road rage? Or I would get so frustrated when the restaurant took forever on my order. Now I understand some things and look at it differently and know not to go to certain restaurants. You develop those skills. But some days it was, can I stay nice today? So my goals change. There's times when it's like, even still to this day, I just want to get out of the house. Can I get myself up, dressed, and out the door and start dashing by 8:30? And that's a challenge. Some days I have trouble getting going. This morning I was running a little late. I had some technical issues that I was dealing with. Everything seemed to be got updated last night. My computer, my phone, everything. It so threw me off my schedule. So it was even late today. So of course I want of course I want to do what do you call it? I want to make a certain amount of money and blah blah blah. But sometimes our goals are something different. And no matter, if it's DoorDash related or whatever, it would be great to hear your goal. Maybe you're trying to pay off a credit card like me, or, you know, you're hoping to repaint your house. Whatever your goal is, if you'd like to share that, it would be great. We can hold each other accountable and help each other, encourage. Right now, my goal is to get through Christmas. That's my goal, is to get through Christmas. And so that means about making 150 a day until Christmas is over so I can pay my bills and buy the Christmas I need to buy. So I'd love to hear yours. Just leave it down in the comments and we'll cheer each other on, and maybe we'll do some kind of update video. All right, I took the $16.50 Walgreens order. It took a little while just because everything was in front of me and for some reason I was missing it. So that was on me. I guess because it's gonna snow, Myers is busy, Aldi's is busy. Everything is busy, busy, busy. It's crazy. It's gonna take forever to do anything. All right, if you've seen me drive in here, there's an ambulance. There's an ambulance behind me. My first time experiencing, I went to the door to give the groceries to it, and the ambulance is carrying her out on a stretcher. First time experiencing that. So said a quick prayer for her. I didn't know what to do. They told me somebody else is in the other room, just leave it there. So it is an old folks home. So just worried. This order is literally going across the street. All right, as soon as I dropped that off, I got a $23 or $24 order going to Myers. It's it's $24. Going to Myers, 2 different orders, 23 items altogether. So I took a PetSmart order for $18.15. It's 15 miles, it's 9 items, but it's 10 minutes from my house. So that is a plus. I'll go ahead and head home, and I'll only be about $25 away from my goal. And I can add that in the next 3 days. Well, it's 6:48. I just dropped off that the PetSmart order, and everything was slick. It was snow on the deck and everything. I was holding on for dear life, but it went fine. I wasn't sure where they were talking to I circled the block. Today went pretty good. I'm right at almost at 125. So 25 down for the goal, but I made over 20 an hour the second part of my evening. So it was slow in the morning or at lunch, and it picked up this evening. It was all shopping. I don't think I did any food orders this evening, just all shopping. So that works too. I had a pretty good day, pretty positive. My mind's been going 100 miles an hour, so I rambled a lot. I don't know what's going to end up in this video, so it'll be interesting to see what the end result is. Okay. Today I didn't make my financial goal, but I made my goal. I got out there and I kept going. I didn't give up. And sometimes just not giving up is nice. You know, I had my first ambulance situation experience, and that was a little scary or a little confusing. I didn't know what to do. Thank you all so much for just hanging out and listening to all my rambling and my DoorDash day. I really appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. It's like, just talk to y'all like your family, and some things are all over the place. I'm all over the place today. So have a good one, and God bless you.